So this video or vlog I've put together is a little bit of a hybrid, I guess you'd call it. So there will be some golf coming up. I'll show you where I've been, and there'll be 4-hole course vlog including this video. I've got some exciting news to share with you as well. I had a victory in quite a prestigious competition. I'll also just let you know what's coming onto the channel in the next 2 or 3 videos, and just let you know why we had a little bit of a period of sort of a couple of weeks where there wasn't actually any content. So I'll just start with the lack of content. I had sort of 13-14 days of no vlogs or no videos. Mainly I went to the Open, as you know, and I couldn't use cameras, I couldn't film. They're very restrictive, the Open Championship, of what you can film, where you're allowed to film, and I just couldn't get any content done or anything that I thought was actually of any importance and that you'd actually want to see. So when I came back from the Open, I was like, right, let's get some content done, let's kick on, let's get some course vlogs done. And unfortunately, on the Thursday when I got back, I didn't feel 100%. I spent a couple of days on the sofa, which was okay in the fact that I could actually watch the Open. My gran is in a rest home and my mum still has to test. They insist on it when she goes to see her for COVID. And I did a test and I was positive. So I had COVID and it took me sort of 3-4 days to actually recover and to start to sort of feel better. So that then leads me on to some important news, I actually had a tournament victory, which I know quite a few people only follow the YouTube channel, they don't look at social media, and apologies for any people that actually have seen my social media, but it came as a massive surprise. The tournament was on a Thursday, and the Wednesday before I was still feeling the sort of after effects of having COVID. I didn't have any appetite, like I said earlier. I just felt tired and a bit sort of run down, and I had a cough and cold, so I was considering sort of withdrawing from the event. However, I'd paid the entry fee, which was £50. The competition was at Churston, and it was the Southwest Mid-Amateur Championship. For anyone who doesn't know, the mid-amateur basically means over 35. So I was also paired with James Pickard, which was quite nice. It was good to catch up with him. Not seen much of him in recent months, so we were in the same group playing. I went with the attitude that I didn't feel great. I'll see how many holes I can play. I'll intend to play 36, but at any stage, if I didn't feel that I could carry on, then I would obviously make my apologies and walk back in. But I thought, let's just give it a go. No expectations, no chance of winning. I was playing against plus handicap golfers, and guess what? I just want to say a couple of words. Thanks to Paul for the organisation, Tim for the presentation, Tony, Jeff doing the starting, being on the golf course and doing whatever he generally does. Thanks to my playing partners, to James today, and Duncan as well. Duncan's gone home. We all played really well actually, all got the prizes, which was great. Thanks to Kelvin and the green staff. Of course, in good condition. I do play up here, so I did have a bit of home advantage. Yeah, thanks, really proud to win this. It's the first thing I've won since my dad passed away a couple of years ago, so I tried to win a few things for him and I hadn't managed it yet, so yeah, I'm just delighted to win this, so thanks to everybody. Yeah, get a bit emotional. Speech wasn't the best, as you've just seen, but I shot 73 in the morning, which I was a little bit disappointed with because I did actually finish bogey, and then in the afternoon I was a couple over early on, but I managed to get it just before the turn back to level par. I picked up a birdie early on the back nine and then sort of parred my way in, so I just sort of hit fairways and greens and managed to get it around in 69. Golf is such a strange game, and one of the reasons I guess we love it is you can be playing such awful golf for a sustained period, and then all of a sudden you shoot 2 scores on a particular day, which I honestly don't know where they've come from. I mean, I've put the practice in, I've been playing a lot of golf, and I feel like my game is trending in the right direction, but still making, even over an 18-hole game, I'm making 2 or 3 mistakes, and I'm still putting in some high scores, which is not ideal. So to actually win this was, like quite shocking for me personally. I was also hoping to have this video out a couple of days ago, but unfortunately we had another incident. I've also ended up in A&E. Alright, don't milk it. Don't milk it. Don't milk it. Look at the state of you. No. What's he like? You shouldn't be allowed out. No. Come on, let's get you home. I'm going to stick you in the old... I'm sticking you in a rest home with Gran. I just phoned them up. They said they'd take you. I'll be no trouble. God. And do you know what the worst thing is? You ruined my Chinese. I can have a Chinese, now you don't want it.
No, I'll have it another night, love. I don't think I can open my mouth that far.
What have you got to say to my subscribers?
I'm really, really sorry to all of Leicester's subscribers, because you had to take me to hospital and we were there ages. Brilliant.
So all 6,122 people, you know, you said sorry to. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
They'll appreciate it too. Day 2. Getting better? No?
No.
Looking for sympathy.
Explain.
I've set up a GoFundMe page. So the link will be in the description, so if you want to donate some money, donate. Oh, she's got visitors now. This is getting too much for me. Like, you're milking it so much.
Your expression. Oh, no, I'll take this off. You want to see what it's like underneath. Show him. Look at mine.
What is going on? It's like comparinginjury.com, is it?
It's exactly the same. Look at that.
You're doing a Dan. You're boring all my viewers. Anyway, back to the channel. So what we've got coming up. So on Sunday or Monday, I'll be putting out the Berkshire vlog. So me and Dan played Spin the Wheel, which is an interesting game. First time I played it. If you watch Dan's channel, which I guess most of you do, you'd have seen him play Alex Etches on there from Ireland. So we're going to play, we play 12 holes, so 6 holes on my channel and then 6 holes on Dan's channel.
Going to go off the deck.
Well, hang on a minute, you hit it lovely. You hit it lovely off that tee shot there. How far have you got?
205.
205. You got to chop something up with that. Do you chip and chase it?
Well, just play like a little half swing and just plod it forward, but make sure. Do you know what worries me? That ditch. Like, there's no ditch there. It's not an issue, is it?
Yeah, it's got, and the ditch has got quite a big lip on it, so make sure you get the height.
I'm just going to play a little choppy driver.
Yeah, I think just a smooth little.
Or do I just hit one along the ground up to your ball and try and jump the?
No, because you'll be in the ditch.
Yeah, but. Yeah.
I think you remember those little old hands and arm shots.
Oh dear. I tend to hit it straight, so I don't cut it.
Oh, look at that. That is amazing. Go on, up you go. Bernie.
Really?
Wow. You can get the old bread and butter on that. That's a cracking shot, that. Didn't see that. Didn't see that, no. I reckon that landed, it's gone about 80 yards and then chased about 100 odd.
I'm filming on this coming Friday a Texas Scramble, so if you've seen that before, it was me, Ross and Rich Malone. Well, Rich Malone is at Boardmasters, which is like a sort of music festival down in Cornwall, Newquay. So he's away, so we've got Tom in. So Tom plays of a similar standard to Rich. So it'll be me, Ross and Tom. We'll be trying to get 29 on the front nine at Churston, and that should be out next week. So I've had quite a busy week this week. I was, firstly, Monday, Tuesday, I was at the Forest of Arden, which is a brilliant golf course. So you'd have seen that video that I did on the Monday where I played off the tips. If you haven't watched it, then it's the video before this one. I won't reveal how I got on. And then on the Tuesday afternoon, me and Dan played a worst ball Texas Scramble over 9 holes. So there'll be sort of 4 holes on my channel, 5 on Dan's channel, which will be out in a couple of weeks. Is I have to schedule it in when Dan can put it out, and he works sort of 3-4 weeks in advance, whereas I work more or less week to week with the planning. I was back for 2 short days just to unpack and repack, and then we went up to the Belfry. So we took 36 golfers who watched Dan's channel up there for a little trip. We played like a Ryder Cup style, so it was golfing days versus DHG. Brilliant couple of days. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't kind, and that is one of the reasons that the vlog I just did was only 4 holes, but I thought I'd just show you a little taste of one of the courses, the PGA National. So the first hole on the PGA National is 327 yard par 4 stroke 17, and if I just take you up the hole, you've got a big bunker on the left hand side, you've got one on the right, probably the one on the right off the tee will be in play. You've also got a big green, there's a lot of green to the left, not much to the right. It's a reasonably straight hole, there's quite a bit of room out here. If you do straight, you want to be quite wide because you'll have a shot over the trees back onto the green.
No, go. Sure. Carry on. Yeah, carry on.
Cheers. So the second hole is a par 5. Stood on the tee here. You've got 260 yards to that water that you can see on the right hand side. It narrows in, sort of funnels in. There's a bunker on the left for the tee shot. So ideally you drive from this tee just less than 260 and play it more or less as a free shotter. So sort of hit your second shot, then another couple of 100 yards to leave yourself a pitch onto the green. The green's got a massive bunker on left and right. It's very linksy looking, this hole. So my ball's just here, so I've got just under 100 yards. It's quite an interesting shot. It's uphill. You've got a big bunker right, which you don't want to miss it, and then left as well. So pins there on the back ridge, so it's going to play its full yardage. You want to get it onto that level if possible. So the third hole, 171 yard par 3, and this is a really nice looking golf hole. Water at the bottom of the dip, the green is pitched slightly uphill, bunkers on the right and one on the left that look quite deep and severe. Looks like there could be a runoff back as well, so it's really important that you actually hit it onto this green and give yourself the best chance of 2-putting to make your par. Right, coming out. Or not. So the fourth hole is an interesting tee shot. So we've got 170 yards to carry this sort of water here, and then the run out's 240, so you need to land it. You've got sort of 70 yards to play if you go sort of directly at the pin. There is a bailout out right, which Martin I'm playing with has used, but I think he's going to have like over 200 yards in. So ideally you want to hit something between sort of, well, maybe about 200 yards to leave yourself sort of 150 into the green.
Okay. You can have that.
Cheers. Just trying to keep up a great score. So.
On the Saturday we were playing the Brab, which is the one that hosted the Ryder Cups, hosted big tournaments. The PGA's been there, and I think it's still there. It was just a complete washout. Couldn't even get a camera out. I couldn't film even off the iPhone because it was just literally 3 hours of torrential rain. We only played 9 holes. We'd had enough by that time, which was such a shame because we had such a good week. But I mean, you'd think in August that you'd guarantee good weather. We just didn't get that weather. I mean, the guys seemed to really enjoy themselves. I had a great time. It was a great 2 days. So, yeah. Just a quick one before we go. Thanks everyone who has subscribed to the channel. If you don't subscribe and you're watching the videos, it would do me a massive favour if you just hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get a notification when a video drops. Like the video and comments, it's all really appreciated. We're up to just over 6,000 subscribers now. I think we're on 6,1, which is absolutely brilliant, but if we can push it on a little bit more, that'd be even better. So thanks to everyone that does subscribe. Please spread the word, and then we can carry on making videos. Thanks for watching.